How are you doing, everyone? You have returned to the Coins Alert, which is your home for your cryptocurrency fix. This is your host, a Ripple that Van Winkle. I really hope that everyone is having a wonderful day. It's Friday, and I don't understand why you wouldn't be there. Friday is the day of payday. The weekend has arrived, everyone, because I woke up so late. This is the first video of the day. And it is 7:35. I am just getting started. Right now, I'm waiting for my coffee to reach the desired temperature. I often get up around 6 o'clock, and the first video starts at 6:15. On the other hand, I was awakened by the alarm clock. I drew the covers over my head and dozed off. As soon as I got up, I heard my girlfriend opening an address to get ready for work, and I was like, oh crap, the next thing you know, I was lucky enough to even wake up. If she is awake, then this can't possibly be. A good thing, I am aware that I am too late. Now we are here. It's Friday, by the way. There is a paycheck on Friday. This transaction is not going to be stopped by anything. This grin on this face is not going to be stopped by anything. This episode's cast and crew people, we are going to discuss the case that the SEC filed against Ripple. This is over. I'm sorry to say that there won't be any appeals. The forward motion is used for this thing. Everything else that is moving and pushing. One word, any word that you would like to insert into that sentence, you are free to do so because it is now finished. Do you remember what I told you was going to take place? Do I? I warned you that the SEC was going to start throwing this around as if they had won. What I said to you was that it was going to happen, and there is the Securities and Exchange Commission. In the end, Gary Gensler was able to get his head out of his ass and get his head up. Additionally, he is out there, and he is shaking his thing while floating his head. According to him, yes, we do. What was adequate for cryptography? 124 million was the total. We were successful. We assured you that we would carry out our plan. The SEC is not messed with by anyone. That is exactly what Gary's point is. It's a complete and utter waste of time. This is going to be a topic of discussion. Stuart Alderati is going to provide us with some details. A look at the Bitcoin chart, namely the Bitcoin bounce, is going to be taken. Additionally, we are going to discuss the future projections of these markets. Optimistic it is August. In my opinion, yes. Let's get this done, everyone. It's Bitcoin. There has been a 5.05% increase in the value of $6,493 over the course of the last 24 hours, with Ethereum reaching a value of $2,625. By 7.14%, it has increased. Both the USDT and the USDC are coming in at their respective dollar pecs. The XRP there has been a slight decrease in this area with a little more than 5%, resulting in 58 cents. There was yet another fracture in the XRP market yesterday, and I'm not sure if anyone noticed it. Yet again, residents in that 66-cent region, another move the afternoon was when things started to become exciting. It was denied 64 times, and you would be surprised to learn what happened after that. We woke up to a 58 in XRP. Still, it's not a problem. This is fine. This is not yet our time to speak. Not at this time. You should not be concerned about this thing pulling back much farther. In fact, you should not be concerned about it at all, and you should not be afraid of it. Do you want to know when it is appropriate for you to begin worrying? It is the middle of December, and we have not yet surpassed 75 cents. After that, you will begin to feel anxious. When you reach that point, you should begin to ask yourself, is this thing going to do what it's going to do? I have a feeling that we'll be there at 75 cents above that before that time frame, according to what I have reported over the course of the last few months. It is the most significant level for XRP at the moment. Every other stuff is just noise. $2.1 trillion is the total market capitalization of all cryptocurrencies. What exactly is the flash crash? The bear market has finally come to an end, guys. What crash, what dip, what correction? What bear market there is? Nothing except negativity and noise. There are many Nancys out there that are attempting to free you from your current situation, but you know what? We are far too intelligent for that. It is not possible for us to do that. To tell you the truth, Bitcoin has returned to the levels it was just currently at, right? It's completely insane. Are you able to see how quickly things can change? All that is required is a couple of green candles in a period of 12 hours. The bulls of Bitcoin review their year-end targets of 100,000 as the cryptocurrency surges above 62,000. It is stated that the bull market will continue ahead regardless of what happens during the next 60 days. One person stated that the traditional 4-year cycle was lined up with solid advances in the months of October and November. During the course of a widespread market bounce that reversed severe losses from earlier in the week, Bitcoin had a spike that exceeded 62,000 before beginning to drop. Both the optimistic feeling of the stock market and the anticipation that Bitcoin will repeat previous market cycles were factors that contributed to the rally. One factor that contributed to the increase was liquidated short positions. Considering that Bitcoin momentarily returned to a price above 62, we have people looking at how rapidly the narrative shifts because of this. All of the people were optimistic that Bitcoins would reach $100,000 before the end of the year. They experienced a slight decline, they became frightened, and their feelings took control of them. They are informing you that the bull market has reached its conclusion. Take a look at us. It's almost like a roller coaster, but it's actually exactly that. Are you sure that we are going to climb back up now? For the reason that Bitcoin has risen beyond 60,000, it is almost as if everything that took place the previous week was entirely wiped out, and now they are saying things like, oh yeah, Bitcoin is going back over 100,000. How are these individuals able to pull it off? What people do with their own lives, oh forget it, I'm going to get sick from all of those feelings, through all of those highs and lows. Let me take care of that. To put it simply, it is uncomplicated. Before the end of the year, Bitcoin will have surpassed 100,000. I'm exhausted, but by the end of the year, wow, I'll be ready. It's still early. This is not something that can be sniffed, touched, or butted. When should we anticipate that the move that we are searching for will take place? My guess is that we will see the move up and look in August, give or take 2 weeks to be exact. If, for some inexplicable reason, we do not see the push in the beginning of the move to 100,000 in the month of August or the middle of September, then it is going to happen this year, right? To clarify, that is the time period that I am working inside when I am aligning myself with it. We also received reductions in our rates. Whenever there is a reduction in interest rates, we are aware that there will be a reduction in it. Exactly. When interest rates are lowered, there is an increase in the number of purchases. Exactly. You observe an increase in purchasing. This is how easy it is. In other words, there is no way around it. People begin to make more purchases when interest rates are lowered, as you can see if you pay attention to what happens. The Federal Reserve is going to reduce interest rates. Furthermore, that announcement is going to be made very shortly. Who knows when the next gathering is going to be? Is it August? Don't you think it's November already? I am very certain that the next meeting will take place in November. No, September is the month. Consider that it is September. Take into consideration that September is the month in which we will implement the initial reduction in interest rates, and when we do so, it will be a bullish signal for these markets to begin to rise once more. Then, in a parabolic fashion, ascend. As a positive catalyst that is mostly priced in, JP Morgan continues to maintain a cautious stance on Bitcoin. You everyone are aware of what this is, right? In spite of what it is suggesting, you act in the opposite manner. Not very careful is JP Morgan. JP Morgan's acquisition of there is a good chance that JP Morgan was one of the entities that was responsible for this decline. As a result, they are able to seize as much liquidity as they possibly can at these lowest levels because they are aware that there is only a limited amount of additional time. Maintaining the ability to bring these prices down, I am convinced that this is going to be the final one. Unless they throw us a curveball of some type and try to send these things, nuke them one more time. My belief is that this is going to be the last one, in order for them to be able to their sons who had not lost out. However, I just thought, it's August, and their pals are able to buy in at these lower levels and participate. If we are going to see a reduction in interest rates in September, then it is time to get started, right? It's time to go. This is how easy it is. That much is undeniable. Therefore, JP Morgan is playing a game with you. They are trying to instill fear in you.